Surplus Motos specializes in recycling and selling motorcycle parts. The company recently set out to fine-tune order fulfillment and inventory management in its warehouse in Gaillac, France. We're a one-of-a-kind recycling center in Europe. We're currently leaders in the French market for replacement parts for motorcycles, quad bikes and license-exempt vehicles. Our business focuses on recovering accident-damaged vehicles, recycling the parts that can be reused and reselling them. We've opted to be 100% digital. We don't have any physical shops. Surplus Motos has opened an 11,500 square meter logistics center, which has enabled it to handle the pace of its business growth. Now the company has the room to store 300,000 parts and can recycle up to 10,000 motorcycles a year. To set up the warehouse, Surplus Motos once again relied on Mecalux, its trusted provider of intralogistics solutions. Mecalux has been a partner for a very long time. We've seen that, just like us, the company embraces new technologies and makes them available to its clients. We're evolving at our own pace, and this partnership has worked extremely well for over 10 years. Mecalux has equipped the Surplus Motos warehouse with a comprehensive solution featuring automation, software, and racking. Mecalux outfitted this logistics center with a Miniload system consisting of two 70-meter-long aisles with 9-meter-tall racking. In total, it houses almost 12,000 bins with a maximum unit weight of 50 kilograms. This automated storage and retrieval system, ASRS, is designed to work with two types of bins. The larger bins are housed on the upper levels, while the smaller ones are placed on the lower levels. Because of their reduced size, two small bins can be stored in the same location, one behind the other, to accommodate more items. In each aisle, a stacker crane for boxes inserts and removes bins from their locations autonomously, achieving up to 96 combined cycles per hour. Additionally, Mecalux installed two pick stations on one side of their ASRS. There, operators receive goods automatically. They then remove the products they need and place them in the corresponding order. Next to the ASRS, Mecalux set up adjustable pallet racking and picking shelves with narrow aisles measuring 1.5 meters wide. These two storage solutions offer direct access to items, streamlining goods management and ensuring flawless stock control. The challenge for us has always been that we don't specialize in a single product or brand. Therefore, we have to continue adapting to the different merchandise we house, as we've done in the past. To do this, we've optimized the storage area to make it as efficient as possible. The greatest advantage of this system is that it's increased our storage capacity. That was critical for us, considering that this center stores almost 80% of our stock. EasyWMS, Mecalux's warehouse management system, supervises all operations in the ASRS for boxes. The software assigns each bin a location based on its size, the SKU inside it, and the product's demand level. This allows Surplus Motos to monitor the status of stock in the Miniload system in real time. EasyWMS also guides operators at the pick stations on filling orders. By following the software's instructions, the company has dramatically decreased the likelihood of errors. Implementing these tools has empowered us to grow significantly and reach our goal. Surplus Motos is equipped with a spacious, flexible warehouse that enables it to accommodate a large number of parts and comfortably fulfill a growing number of orders. With Mecalux's expertise, the French company has transformed its logistics operations, fueling its expansion.